everyone, my name's Miss Chambers and I'm one of the nursery teachers at Abbey Hay Primary Academy. So when you start school for the very first time in September, you might be in my class and I cannot wait to meet you all. So today I'm going to read you a story, and that story is all about an animal. I'm wondering if you can guess what animal our story might be about. I'm going to give you 2 clues. This animal has a super long neck and he uses it to reach right to the top of the tree so that he can munch on the leaves at the top. This animal also has brown patches all over its body. Can you think of an animal that has a super long neck and brown patches all over its body? Shall we see if you're right? It's a giraffe. So the title of the story that I'm going to read today is Giraffes Can't Dance. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully bandy and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. That was one of our clues, that our animal had a super long neck that he used to reach right to the top of the tree so he could munch on the leaves. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. And there he is, our very clumsy Gerald. Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango, which was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. So all the other animals are amazing dancers, but Gerald's not very good. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor. But the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" The animals all laughed. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, don't be daft." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clod, poor Gerald." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and all alone. And there he is, poor Gerald, walking away all by himself. And all the other animals are having an amazing time dancing. Poor Gerald. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." And there he is, the little cricket. "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves started shuffling, making circles on the ground, and his neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. I think Gerald is beginning to dance. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and he leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing, yes, I'm dancing. I'm dancing," Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on, and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." and all the animals are watching him, amazed by his moves. How is it you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twizzled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head up and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find the music that we love. So here next to me, I have this very big and very heavy box full of books that I cannot wait to read you all when you start in September. So I hope you have an amazing summer, and I will see you in September when you start school.